Hi, Captain Ned here with more tales from the crypt of broken boating dreams. Like I say, everything we do in boating is about the joy of boating, but here's another tale of the woe of boating. Today we're going to talk about a yacht. We started with a yacht that was listed for 90 plus, protecting the pricing so the story isn't unearthed. I'm changing the dates and times and names to protect the innocent and sometimes protect the not so innocent. Anyway, they had a survey done on it. The surveyor was recommended to them by the broker. There was note of rust on the keel bolts, and there was note of deterioration of fridge works, and the engine was a little bit tired. But the summing up, the conclusion of the report stated, this vessel appears to be in fair condition and well maintained considering its age. And that, for me, couldn't have been further from the truth. I'm going to hit them between the eyes with that. Because when it comes to rust, I have a principle when it comes to bolts. Can I get a spanner onto it? If I can get a spanner onto it, can I get it undone? And if I can get it undone, can I get it tightened up again? The answer to all those questions on the keel boats of this particular yacht was no. The bolts were so rusty that I swear to this day that if I had hit them with a hammer, they probably would have just shattered and come away. The keel bolts were so rusty, it was frightening. Anyway, about 3 hours of engine running time, the gearbox was completely seized. There was all kinds of things wrong with this boat. We ended up ripping out most of the refrigeration system because it was completely corroded. The engine was in absolute dire need of basically repowering, which means ripping out and replacing the whole motor. It was shaft driven. The cutlass bearing was absolutely flogged out. The PSS seal, the stuffing box was weeping quite badly, and that basically just needed completely remanufacture. There was note on the survey of minor osmotic bubbles around the rudder trunking. Once the anti-fouler being sanded back, we lost count at 150. We just stopped counting basically at 150 osmosis bubbles. So the way that boat should have been fixed is to gel coat plain 4mm off the whole hull. That wasn't done, unfortunately. There was the old blast and glass, and the boat builder said this is a 1 to 3 year fix. It's not a permanent fix for the boat, and made it very clear to the owner that this is what had to happen. The rig was in not great shape. The sails were in terrible shape. They didn't shake out the sails during any part of the survey or pre-purchase process. It got to the point where I had to tell the owner, I'm sorry, as much as I want to help you, I can't do boating instruction for you on this boat anymore. It's not safe. And I feel that the keel needs to be taken out and the keel bolts need to be redone, and it has to be done once, done right. I said to the owner, what was your plan with this boat? And he said, we want to sail it up East Coast Australia, sail to Sydney, sail to Whitsundays. I'm like, okay, but what were you told it would cost to fix this boat up? $5,000-10,000 to fix this boat up, he said. And I'm like, no, not even close. So after all this work had been done, he then turned to me and said, okay, will you help us project manage the fit out of this boat? So I ran down a basic list of what needed to be done for me to be happy to, either for myself or for one of our skippers that we'd recommend to sail them up the east coast of Australia, to be happy to take it out Port Phillip Heads. So he asked me what would it cost. So I basically came up with a short list. I sat down with a boat builder and the electrician and the rigger, and we sort of just over the phone and sitting down with the boat builder, we just went through and said, what's this? And I went back and I said, look, I think you're looking at opening this project between $70,000 to $90,000. Once he picked himself up off the floor, I said, maybe what if we resell it? And I said, I'll put it on the market for what I paid for it. And I said, I don't know if that's going to happen. Now, because the boating industry is a really small world and news travels fast, and these loose lips don't sink ships. However, it had become known once the boat's out on the yard, there's all these osmosis bubbles, and people can see that there's problems with the boat. The only offer he got on that boat was $35,000 from a boat builder who said, I will take it, break it down, build it back up, do the keel bolts, do all that, and flip it myself. So he went from a $90-something thousand boat, and then he's gone from that to a boat that's worth less than $30,000. And to restore it, he'd now be looking at sort of a refit budget of no less than $100,000. The vessel is well maintained, seems in fair condition and well maintained considering its age. Buyer beware. Happy boating. Bye for now.